Hi Aries, I've decided for the month of May to try to do weekly readings rather than just doing monthlies. I may, if I have time, do a monthly update or a monthly general reading for each sign, but it does depend on time. Now, I've already pre-shuffled and laid out your cards, and this is for the week beginning May 1st through to May 7th. Now, the first card we have, the central issue, is fantastic. It's the Sun card. It's the most positive card in the whole of the tarot. The Sun card, it talks about healing. It talks about overcoming challenges. It just talks about feeling energized, feeling raring to go. No matter what this week is going to throw at you, you're going to be absolutely fine, okay? As I said, the Sun is the most positive card in the tarot. Now, the thing that's challenging the Sun card, we've got the Seven of Swords here, and it is reversed. And the Swords is all to do with our thoughts and our thinking and our communication. The thing with the Seven of Swords is it can talk about how you may need to start to break free from old habits. Now, it may very well be, I feel we're talking more about work and career stuff here than we are talking about personal relationships. It may be that in your place of work, you have always done things a certain way. And it may very well be that there's been changes within the workplace that have meant that your whole thinking about how you do your job, what's expected of you, all of those types of things now may feel like they've been turned upside down. This card talks about the need for you to start to broaden your horizons. Don't allow yourself to be trapped in a situation whereby you think, well, I've always done it this way. It's always been done that way. And that's the way it should be done. Maybe allow your mind to be open now to new ways of doing things, okay? Allow that sun to start to shine. Now, down here we have another major arcana. We've got the Moon card and it's reversed. And it's, to me, it feels a very similar kind of message as that Seven of Swords. It can talk about how there may be an element, or there may have been an element of self-deception here. Some anxiety. Some negativity here. It talks about how you may very well have felt or feel slightly unhappy within your present situation. If we're talking, because I do feel we're talking about work. But again, it can talk about how past experiences may have you stuck. Like I said with that Seven of Swords, don't allow yourself to get caught up in old habits. Allow change to come through. Because if you allow the change to come through and you accept the change, and you release any fears or anxieties that you have, then you can allow that sun, that positive energy, to come through. Now, in your near past, you've got the Five of Swords, and it does talk about there being conflicts, arguments. But when this card is reversed, it pretty much talks about how you've kind of decided to just lay your swords down. You've decided to maybe turn your back on the conflict, rather than maybe trying to get your point of view across or prove that you are right and somebody's wrong. You may have just decided that it's just not worth it. All the arguments and conflict are not worth it. And you may very well have decided to just lay your sword down so that you get this win-win situation. Because the Five of Swords, when it's in the upright, it can talk about you winning an argument, but at the cost of losing something. And quite often it can talk about at the cost of losing maybe a friendship. So sometimes it's better to be the bigger person. Lay your sword down, stop the conflict, and just decide to turn your back on that argumentative situation, in order maybe to be able to keep the friendship. Now, it is near past, so we could be talking last week, last month, okay? But there's been some conflict. But as I said, we see that in the near past, you've kind of decided to be that bigger person now. Because sometimes as well with this Five of Swords, is it can talk about that saying of pride comes before a fall. But in the reverse, it's talking about how you're not allowing that to get in the way. You're just going to turn your back on it in order to create this win-win situation. Now, up here, we've got the Three of Pentacles, and it is reversed. This can talk about an energy where it may feel there is a lack of teamwork going on in the place of work at the moment. But it can also talk about how you may feel there's somebody in the workplace that is exerting their power or control over you and others within the workplace. We're talking more about a group situation here. It may be that you have a new manager, a new superior, and they may have come into the workplace all guns blazing, and as I said, trying in some way to exert their power. Now, this could also be how you are feeling about this person. It may be talking about how you are viewing this person. And if you are unprepared to break away from old habits, if you are kind of refusing to take on board new systems, new ideas that maybe a new person in your workplace is trying to create, then it may very well feel to you that they are exerting their power in some way. But like I said, you need to open your mind now to the possibility that these changes may very well be for the best, for the greater good of the workplace. Because as I said, that Sun card is there, and it's the most positive card here. And it may be that you need to change your way of thinking. Because this card can talk about somebody exerting their power, yes. But it can also talk about, as I said, a lack of teamwork, whereby if you are viewing somebody else as exerting their power when really they're trying to make positive changes, then there is going to be this lack of teamwork. And it may be that you need to change your thoughts in regards to this person and situation to be able to get this card in the upright, where we see people working together as a team. Now, the outcome card again is very positive. We've got the Page of Pentacles here, and the Pentacles can talk about our finances. The page can often be a messenger, okay? So it may very well be that through this next week, you may hear some positive news in regards to your finances. For some of you, it may very well be that you get a pay rise. If we're not talking messages here, then we're talking about the need for you to start to focus your attention now on your finances. The page, as you can see, he's very concentrated on this pentacle here. That is his main focus. So we could very well see that by the end of next week, you know, that your main goal and your main focus is about your finances. But it's a good, positive card when it comes to finances. And it talks about somebody that is working hard. And it talks as well about the need to, in order to get success with your finances, careful management of your money is going to be required in order to protect your long-term future. It is to me, very much a career reading and very much about your work and finances for this upcoming week, Aries. As I said, it's a very positive card there with the Sun, okay? That Sun card trumps all the other cards in this reading. But it may require you, as I said, to change the way you are thinking about someone or something within your workplace. And maybe allow more teamwork. If it feels that somebody is exerting their power, it may need you to change your way of thinking in regards to them. And to maybe review what they are actually trying to do here. And if you are the one that's not being the team player, if you are the one that's trying to refuse in some way the new system and the new way of doing things, it's not going to help you in the long term, okay? You need to change your way of thinking. Now, if some of you are not working and maybe you're trying to look for a job, again, it may be that you need to change again the old way of doing something. Maybe you've always gone for one particular job and maybe you need to start to broaden your horizons. Think outside the box. Maybe think about starting your own business, or think about, you know, learning something new. Maybe you've always worked on your own and it's going to require you to now start to work as part of a team, and that may be something you don't particularly relish. But overall, it's going to be a good and positive week here. But I do feel you need to change the way you are viewing and thinking about someone and or something. So that does bring this reading for next week, May 1st to May 7th, to an end. As I said, it is something new that I've decided to do with the weekly readings, but time is always against me when I do the readings. So I'm hoping that for this month at least, I can continue to do the readings on a weekly basis. And if it proves to be possible for May, then I may very well continue it throughout the rest of the year. Thank you so much for liking, sharing and subscribing to my channel. It does mean a great deal to me. And I do hope that this reading resonates with somebody. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.